So my name is Piyuesh. I'm basically from India and I'm living in Den Bosch in Netherlands since 2 years, almost 2 years now. What I do is I'm the founder of Page Potato, which is a startup consulting company in which we help startups with every way they need our help, mainly with web design, digital marketing, animation, ERP, illustrations, and basic IT setup. I'm also the founder of one of the social entrepreneurship venture, which is Learn and Teach Anything for Free. The website is learnanythingfree.com, on which if you will go, you will come to know about all the free sessions or workshops or classes which are going on in Netherlands. Right now we have started only for Netherlands and India, but we think of growing it in all the countries of the world. Then I'm also a volunteer with One World Citizens, and with that I get to meet Monique and her team, which is so enthusiastic about bringing change in the world. We try to fulfill some of the global goals, universal global goals. One thing which is important to know about One World Citizens is we organize circular innovation and startup hubs every last Friday of the month in Eindhoven and first Saturday of the month in Den Bosch. So tomorrow is also a session in Den Bosch, and we try to have learning sessions which can help entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, to have their own startups and establish their own businesses. So that was about my introduction. What I will be talking about is celebration of happiness. We will see how different cultures of the world, which means different countries as well, they celebrate happiness in their countries. This session will introduce you some more interesting aspects that how people are getting happy in different parts of the world. And one important thing about this session would be you will learn how you can take that essence of the festival or the happiness which they are celebrating in your daily lives. We will see how big festivals, we can celebrate big festivals in our daily lives, in day-to-day life. Let's talk about Walkabout, which is celebrated in Australia. So Walkabout, what is Walkabout? I'm speaking and you can also read a little because reading will always add more value to it. I will try to speak in a very concise form. So Walkabout is a very tribal tradition of Australia, which is still celebrated now, mostly in the tribal parts, but still the modern world is getting introduced to it, and the modern people also do it. Walkabout is when the earlier tribes of Australia, they left their kids to go in the jungles for around 6 months. And the philosophy behind it is if you don't leave your family and go and explore the world, you will not grow as a human being. So it's very important for you for your happiness to explore the world. So that's why going out of your family or your home and exploring the world is very important. Just read a little about it. Man or universe, neither can exist alone. The dependency that Creator has made between different living beings is so amazing. It will make you ponder upon the real purpose that you have been sent to fulfill. So interact with the universe, the jungle, the land, water, animals, everything, and then you come up as a better human being. So Walkabout of Australia. We'll learn a little more. This is in this slide you will come to know how it is celebrated. So what I have told you already, in which at adolescent age, young boys are made to leave their homes to live on their own in the jungles and other tribal places for about 6 months. How you can implement Walkabout in your daily life? One simple thing is go and explore. Come out of your comfort zone. That comfort zone can be anything, your job, your family. Sometimes even family becomes our extreme comfort zones in which we don't leave our families and don't go and explore. Travel a bit. So every day if you can think that one comfort zone which you can bring yourself out of, basically then you will be celebrating Walkabout in your daily lives. You must have seen these days there are Mandalas booklet on which you draw so many things. So these are called Mandalas. You can see in the picture the colorful crafting. What Buddhist monks do is they believe that you have to be comfortable. Now this is one very special, it was special for me to know. So they believe the importance of creating things and destroying things. So they believe that if you can't destroy things from your life, you will not be happy enough. You have to have that courage to see important things in your life go away as well, because that gives you strength. So what they do is they make beautiful mandalas by sand. In Hindi it is called rangoli. So they have colored sand and they draw very nice craftings on the ground, And after drawing that, the same day they destroy it as well. They don't keep it forever. So they believe that longevity brings you sadness. If you think that we are forever, your relation is forever, your things are forever, it will bring you sadness in your life. So you should have the strength to destroy, or I would not say destroy, but let go the most beautiful things of your life as well. And that will give you strength. Accept and celebrate the transience of life. When life changes from things are there with you and not there with you. It really helps, this concept really helps when you see deaths in your life. It really helps you because that is something very important which affects every one of us. Read this sentence, this is a lovely sentence. Nothing lasts forever, neither the joys, not the sorrows, not even life. The essence of life is the circle of life and death. What is born will have to die and return to where it came from. So how they celebrate? I told you, Buddhists believe in impermanence of life. The tradition ages centuries back, and since Buddhist monks spend hours making picturesque paintings out of colored sands, on completion, destroy the paintings ceremoniously to honor the greatest truth of life. The greatest truth of life is nothing is permanent. How you can implement this? Now, a very simple way would be go to a beach, play with the sand, make one of the most beautiful, you know how kids make those beautiful castles and all those things, and many times we make it and you will feel that we feel a little scared when waves come and destroy it. Before the waves come, you destroy it, and that's when you can imbibe this color mandalas in your life. When you destroy yourself some very beautiful things of your life which you have invested your time and money in it. Saraswati Day. So have you heard of this? Saraswati Day. This is celebrated in Bali, Indonesia, India, in Suriname as well. Most of the Hindu or most of the Indian subcontinent countries. What is the Saraswati Day? So Saraswati Day is a celebration of knowledge. Knowledge brings happiness to us, right? So knowledge, you are here for knowledge. If I give a good presentation, you will be happy at the end of the presentation. So knowledge, we are all here for knowledge. So Saraswati, we celebrate Saraswati Day. So Saraswati is a goddess, but in the form of goddess, you celebrate the joy of knowledge. So we also worship books then. So the whole philosophy of knowledge. Knowledge is never ending, it is pious and precious. Knowledge is the basis of life, and without the wisdom and clarity of thought, the universe would not have survived and humanity would not have come so far. This is what we celebrate with the Saraswati Day. What happens on a Saraswati Day is Balinese, means in Bali, they acknowledge and celebrate the importance of knowledge of Saraswati in the form of Saraswati Day. Saraswati, we offer flowers and food to the idol of Saraswati, and then we have some celebrations as well in which people dance and people come together. But the praise is for knowledge, for gaining of knowledge. For example, it's a very important festival for students. When I was a kid, my most important god was Saraswati, because at that time my demand was knowledge. I wanted to be good at studies. So one of the favorite gods for students is Saraswati god, because it's the goddess of knowledge. So how we can implement Saraswati Day in our daily lives? Very simple. Read a new book. Try every day, see what new you learned today. Maybe a new, something very crazy YouTube video which you didn't know about. Anything which you feel that it's not your comfort zone, or it's not, you don't know about it already. Read on it, and you are celebrating a Saraswati Day in your life. So karaoke, what are karaokes? The Japanese believe that there has to be some moments in your life where you can just shout and speak your mind or sing out loud without thinking that anybody is watching you. Whether you sing right, whether you sing nicely or not nicely, it's important to sing out loud. It's important to express your feelings in the form of songs. This is what Japanese believe. So free yourself from self-induced, self-limiting inhibitions. What are those self-limiting inhibitions? Oh, what she will think about me. Oh, what he is thinking about me. Do I sing nicely or not? How is my voice? All these things are inhibitions. And inhibitions will bring sadness to you. Karaoke, so how in Japan what they do is, they have these karaoke boxes everywhere in the city. And you can actually go inside, like how you have pubs here. In Japan, they have karaoke boxes, and I think they are mostly free. You can go, and there'll be songs, traditional 70s, 80s songs playing on it without only with the lip movement, and then you have to sing. That is what karaoke is. And then you sing it so loudly that, and nobody cares what you are singing. You just sing. So the philosophy is dance like nobody is watching, sing like nobody is listening, and live today as if there is going to be no tomorrow. Mankind constantly needs a reminder to make use of the human life that they have got and live it to the fullest before death embraces their mortal bodies. So enjoy what you have been gifted, the gift of voice. Whatever I'm showing you, they are very old traditions followed from ages. Sometimes they show in the Bollywood movies that if you are frustrated or if you are angry on someone, go face the beach and just shout. Shout at it as if you will lose your voice and just shout it out. Most of the times, anger don't have reasons. Anger mostly needs a listener, you know. Most of the time we think that every angry man needs a reason or a problem to be solved. No. 80% of the time, anger needs just a listener. If you can listen somebody out, you will see that next day he's absolutely fine without even the problem being solved. It's just the built up inside us. So, implementation. The idea is to enjoy without being critique or worrying about somebody's criticism. Gather your friends and family and get a karaoke set up and sing along with the tunes. Just or maybe mute your television on the songs which you know and start singing it loud. You should always do it in your shower room when you are bathing. Shout it loud. Vietnamese culture. Have you heard of Teachers' Day? In India also we celebrate Teachers' Day, but that Teachers' Day is in the memory of a famous teacher in India, and that is celebrated as the birthday of him. But this is a very traditional way. So these things were very, very nice to me that, oh wow, what we do in most of our lives, they have a tradition in some countries, and they are very old traditions. So Vietnamese, they celebrate Teachers' Day, and it's a very, very old traditions. They celebrate the Teachers' Day by meeting three kinds of people. One is their own parents, because parents are your first teachers. Then they meet their wives or their spouses' parents, because they are your second parents. And the third one is they go and meet their teachers, their school teachers, their university teachers, whom they love. So this is what they celebrate as Teachers' Day. And you can see the festivals, it's not like a small festival in which you just go and gift them something, but it is celebrated on roads. So you can imagine how important and big it could be there. Acknowledge your influences. Whoever has influenced you, which means your parents and teachers, acknowledge them and have a celebration over it. For God sent us teachers to guide us where the Lord himself could not. Teachers are the ones who introduce a child to the concept of God and therefore stand at the higher standards than even God himself. So this is the importance of teachers which the Vietnamese people show. So they have, again, as I told you, the Eastern philosophies, a lot of things depend on the movement of moon and sun. So it is also, there are 3 days in a year which is dependent on the lunar movements. And the 3 days are, first is your Father's Day, second is Mother's Day, and the third is Teacher's Day. So you celebrate, you meet, the first day you meet your father, the second day you try to celebrate with your mom, and the third day is for the teachers. And it's called, the day is called Tet in Vietnamese language, so it's Teacher's Tet. How you can implement Teacher's Day in your own life? Pretty simple. After this session, call your teacher, call your mom, and just say thanks for giving me, for making me what I am, and for giving me those basic values of life. This is how you celebrate Teacher's Day in your life. It is very important to keep your special people close who gave you learnings of life and the important lessons without which you could not have survived. And the rest follows. So make a call, say thanks to your teachers. Actually, we don't say thanks to our teachers too much, right? If you get an opportunity, you meet a teacher in train or maybe just a phone call, he will feel fabulous. Every teacher feels fabulous if his or her student calls him. Stammtish. It's a German festival. Not even a festival, but a German tradition. So what the Germans do is, obviously when I say Germans, beer has to come in the discussion. So what they do is, they believe that sometimes it's important that you mix with only like-minded people. Sometimes you love to be listened to, and you love that, okay, I have some like-minded people. I appreciate the differences, but I need some like-minded people. Like-minded people means maybe I want to sit with 4 people who know football, and I want to really discuss about football. I want to sit with 3 people who are crazy about tennis, for example, or for anything. So what Stammtish is in the bars, they make groups on the table, and they book the table like this is for this discussion. And then anyone can speak whatever they want on that topic. Again, bring that thing of sharing out from you. Just read the meeting of get things off your chest with like-minded others. And the philosophy is the meeting of minds is a rare case. So what the philosophy is if you meet like-minded people, you feel happy about it. People meet and come closer and part sooner because they don't think alike. This alone has caused many breakups between lovers, friends, and families time and again. So this is a festival in which deliberately like-minded people are brought together, so that it's an opportunity for you to make friends and feel like you have people around you. Just quickly reading, Stammtish is an age-old traditional concept in Germany. Traditionally, being a part of Stammtish was related to social status. It's okay. Inviting a new person to take a seat is in an already exist. So this is also a very important factor. Like for example, if I come here and I don't feel invited, everyone wants to be invited, right? You enter a room and you are greeted, you already feel comfortable that, okay, I'm invited. Everyone feels nice to be invited. Stammtish is that movement. Even if you are a normal person, you are not achiever in your life, but still people will invite you. Oh, you are a football lover? Come, this is your seat, have a seat. And this is how you feel nice about it. It's an opportunity for people to meet up like-minded people and explore their areas of interest. Implementation of Stammtish in your daily life. Sometimes talking it out is the answer to some of, that's what I was telling you. Sometimes talking it out is the answer to some of the biggest problems of our lives. When we think that our problem needs solutions, most of the time we need listeners to discuss my problems, to just vent out my frustration and my low energies. So letting out how and what you think and having been heard is a great feeling that many people long for. And that is what Stammtish is for. So what you can do in your daily life, try to find like-minded people and try to arrange some meetings with only like-minded people and try to speak what you know best, try to listen to them. This will really lighten you up. Maybe we do it as well in our daily lives. Most of the time we do with those meetings here in Netherlands. I've seen these kind of meetings as well. Raksha Bandhan. It's a very special festival of India as well. India celebrates a lot of festival around, there are 2 main reasons of festivals in India. One is God. It's a very religious country. And the second one is relationships. There is a festival for all the relationships. Raksha Bandhan, any guesses which relationship is celebrated here? It's a celebration between brothers and sisters, especially between brothers and sisters. So this festival is, because it's a brother and sister festival, that is one of the reasons where the whole family also comes together. But the main stakeholders are the brothers and the sisters. So what happens is, the sisters tie a thread on the brother's hand, and this is a vow that the brothers take, that I will be with you forever, and I will protect you from all the bad things or all the bad things in your life. So this is a vow by the brother towards the sister, and there are so many movies, and you take name about Raksha Bandhan and every Indian will know about it. So, and brother and sister is a very big relationship in India. It's almost second to a mom and a son relationship. Not even a father and a son, but after mom and a son comes brother and sister. So philosophy behind, people may come, and the philosophy, if you ask the philosophy, it also strengthens the whole concept that no matter how many friends you make in your outside world, but your blood, when you need them, your blood relation will actually come for your help. So it's a celebration of blood relation as well. You are connected in blood. Those are your most valuable relations. Blood is stronger than all bonds, and it should be given the credit. This is what the philosophy is. As I told you, on this day, women tie decorated bands known as Rakhi. Rakhi is also a famous name. Many girls have that name. on the wrist of their brothers and seek their promises to protection and help whenever they might be in need. So you will never hear stories of the brothers and sisters fighting. You will seldom hear someone telling that, oh, I don't have a good relation with my brother, or a brother saying that, oh, I don't have a good relation with my sister. These stories you won't hear in India. How do you implement Raksha Bandhan? So Raksha Bandhan is basically a festival of celebrating blood relations. Again, call your family. Try to see if you can patch up with your family, with your blood relations. If you don't have a cordial relation with your brother, maybe call him up and see how he feels. Just ask, how are you, or something like that. So it's a celebration in which do something special for your family, make them feel good. Plan a surprise or simply text them in an appreciation for all that they have done. So Raksha Bandhan, we'll show you how it is celebrated. And now we are following a concept of 2 kids per family, or maybe 1 kid per family, but India is known to have so many kids. Like my mom had 11 brothers and sisters. And in Raksha Bandhan days, if you are like the only son and rest of them are daughters, your hand will be full of Rakhis, full of threads. And we will be so proud that, wow, I have so many Rakhis, I have so many sisters, and you feel really proud of that. Everything is done around fire. In Indian marriages as well, we take 7 vows around fire. So fire we consider as the most important natural entity on which is to be there everywhere. So even what she is doing is, it is called Aarti. So basically she is respecting her brother by doing an Aarti of fire in front of him. Ubuntu. So Ubuntu is not a festival, but Ubuntu is a philosophy in South Africa. Ubuntu is like you don't exist as an individual, which is a little very non-West philosophy. They believe that everyone around you is important and without which you cannot survive. So Ubuntu celebrates society, living in society. They go to that extent that if suppose you have a kid and if you are from a poor family, then that kid can be taken care by your neighbors. They go to that level of Ubuntu. So if you are a very social person and if you help your neighbors, then you are following Ubuntu in your life. Ubuntu, realize your connectedness with others. Philosophy behind, humans are connected most strongly by the bonds of sharing. We are what we all are, and it is only through interactions with our fellow humans that we discover our own qualities and shortcomings. So it's very against the individuality concept. It says that you don't exist individually. One thing that humans have understood, so again, how it is celebrated, they will open their hearts out to strangers and not to be afraid to help people they know not of. The people of Africa follow this tradition with all their hearts, offering food to strangers. This is also one of the important factors of Ubuntu, that no one should be hungry. Even if he is a stranger or your neighbor, or food is very important, like no one should be hungry around you. If you see anyone hungry, offer your food to him first. So offer food to strangers, welcoming people into their homes, and even raising children of those who cannot afford to be some common practices that can be seen in Africa. How you can implement Ubuntu in your life? Make time for some charity, for society, and for larger good of humanity. So if you are doing some charity, try to do some direct charity rather than indirect charity, which indirect charity means just offering money and then just relaxing that somebody will be taken care of. If we can all have a bit of direct charity, then it's you are following Ubuntu in your life, and it will give you real peace inside you. Obangsaek. You must have heard about the 5 colors of Korean food. So Koreans, if you go to a Korean house, most of the time they will cook food which is colorful. So color is very important for them. It's not that your food will look just white, like how if you see your plate, it will be mostly white bread with white cheese, maybe a green salad or something. But then the Koreans believe that there are 5 forces of nature which should always be there on your food table. And they associate these 5 forces of nature with 5 colors. And that's why they mostly try to cook in 5 different colors that should be there on your plate. So that is called Obangsaek. Moderate your life and be flexible, so that every color has in the next slide we'll see what the meanings of these colors are. Life is a matter of balance of boundaries and containment of desires and harmony. Balance in life is not a given. One has to create it and maintain it in order to live a healthy life. So this is very important. Balance in life is not given. It is not an offering to you. One has to create it and maintain it. And that's how every time they have food on their table, they get reminded of this fact that they have to balance out these forces of nature. What are those forces of nature? The traditional 5 colors of Korean societies are essentially associated with 5 cardinal directions. One is east, west, center, north. So these colors define directions. Also these colors define: blue is for wood, red is for fire, yellow is for earth, white is for metal, and black is for water. So they think that you are made out of, you interact with these elements of nature and they complete you. Similar is Indian philosophy as well, in which we think that after dying, our body gets dissolved into 5 elements of nature: water, earth, sky, 2 more. So they believe in wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. The focus is solely on maintaining a balance of the 5 colors, from where originated the cuisine of Obangsaek. So Obangsaek is basically not a dish, but a process to make a dish, in which you have 5 colors on your plate, which includes dishes that are prepared with ingredient of each of the 5 colors. Implementation of Obangsaek. So what is an implementation of Obangsaek? Think about 5 important things of your life, and try to make a balance of it. For example, if you are a workaholic and you just work, you are not striking a balance of your life. Even though your near society might be very proud of you, that you're working your ass off and doing something that great, but if you are not doing a charity, or if you are not, maybe your priorities are sports and health. So have a mix of it. At the end of the week, you should think that, okay, I had a mixed life and not just one directional life. That's Obangsaek in your daily life. But this is one important thing which we should all notice here, that it's good that we are trying to find the philosophy of a festival. Most of the time you will feel, even if you ask a Korean or if you ask an Indian, they will not know the philosophy behind it. We just follow a festival because my parents told me to do that, or because the society does that. Very, very less number of people follow the philosophy of the festival. They don't take the philosophy of the festival. They just take the actions of the festival. So it's always nice that if you can go back and think of the philosophies. Maybe most of the Koreans don't know this about the 5 cardinal, how these colors are related to the elements of nature. Kelly dance is again related to something what karaoke was. Karaoke was of singing. Similar is Kelly dance, in which you dance like nobody is seeing you. And why is this tradition? Because the British came to Ireland, and then they established, as the British always do, they established their own rule. And so the local Irish people, they were locked inside their houses, and so what they did was, because they cannot come out and celebrate on their own, so they started celebrating inside the houses. And it's like the enemies are outside, now we are in a locked room, now let's celebrate, let's dance. That's how Kelly was introduced, where people felt that temporary happiness by dancing together, as if nobody is seeing us. Dance like no one is watching, sing like no one is listening, and live like there is no tomorrow. Dance is a poem of which each movement is a word which many people feel shy to recite. The history of Kelly dance can be dated as old as 1500s. It is celebrated activity in the country that is said when British banned public dancing in Ireland, people closed their doors and danced their hearts out. How can you do Kelly dancing in your daily life? Again, close your room and dance. Just dance. And dance even if you don't know dancing. Because even if you don't know dancing, dancing does affect you if you have tried. If you have not, then try it. And dance like not the easy ones, dance like an animal. Naked saunas. This one at least some might have heard or tried as well. I am the one who tried, and it was a big thing for me, because I come from India, and it was really a big thing for me. But then I could feel what they are trying to say here. So nudity. Many a times, because of our philosophies or religion or whatever you say, we have curbed this very 5 more minutes. Yeah. We have curbed this very innate human interest or human human truth, nudity. So what they do is celebrate your nudity. And in Finland, they have saunas. Finland is a country capital of saunas, in which they have saunas in their own houses. Like every house, almost every house has a sauna in their backyard. And these saunas are mostly naked saunas, in which even if you are a stranger, you just go there and be there naked. One important factor with Finnish sauna is that after taking the hot sauna, which is like around 80 to 85 degrees of steam and or dry air, you run and take a dip in a cold water, like a 0-degree water. So it's they say that it's a temperature massage. When your body is at hot temperature and then you dip into a cold temperature, the sudden movement of energy from your body just rejuvenates you. And because of sweating as well, you release dopamine. These are all scientific fundamentals which we have explored now. But as a tradition, this was about celebrating your nudity. Philosophy behind it: God created man naked, which is a truth. Skin was the only cover we needed, but with the evolution of mankind, man adapted to covering their natural self and started taking shame in wearing an natural skin that God sent us with. So this is the celebration of your naturality, if you can say. Yeah. The unique thing about Finnish sauna that makes it popular around the world is the tradition of going in naked. The Finnish people believe in comfortable in their skin and indulge in the activity of naked sauna individually. So yeah, I've told you already about this. Implementation of naked sauna, simple. Watch yourself naked in front of the mirror. No. So if we are not comfortable with our own nudity, we won't be comfortable with somebody else's nudity as well. So one small thing you can do, but you can try it today. Maybe you feel special. If you have a nice, no, not like that. So if he has, we'll all stalk your Facebook tomorrow, and if you have a nice, oh, I'm feeling nice, then we all know what you did. So yeah, people often feel ashamed of how they look and end up disrespecting one of the unique creations of God. Stand in front of a mirror and admire yourself and how you look. The feeling of being liked should come from within and not from an assurance from another person. Very important thing. The feeling of, I always say, follow the path of realization and not recognition. We have developed so many systems. The universities give you that degree, without which I'm not a perfect MBA if I don't have a degree with me. So we have created a whole society of recognized recognitions in which I have to take, no matter how good I am in a topic, but I have to take a license to do something, So if you can realize more and less care about recognitions, life will be more happy. So feel like the appreciation is coming from inside. I have written 60 blogs, which is like 60 festivals, similar kind of festivals of the world. And this is my website. You can also visit the website and go on the blog section, and you will find here, you can find all these festivals here. There are 60. So it'll be an amazing feeling when you know what kind of festivals they celebrate globally. Yeah? So thank you very much. Thank you. Hope this presentation brought some happiness to you, at least the knowledge happiness, and see if you can implement some of these in your daily lives. That will be fantastic.